here we are, just back again for a second. Turn that light around. Okay, I've stripped out all the cables. Power supply is out. The loop is drained. Got a little bit of liquid left in there. So what I'm going to do now, I'll say I just spin around. I'll put it on a towel so I don't scrape it out. Everything is out the back there. 8-pin still in there. That SSD can, that hard drive can stay in it. It's stuck there with double-sided tape, making a difference. But yeah, that's semi-clear. So that took about 20 minutes to get that lot out. Drain the system was a bit of a pain. I was getting some liquid staying in here, so I just tip it right down on the front and it seemed to trickle out. I think I've got everything out. No, I haven't. But I'll get that out. I'll wiggle it around. Now all the cables are out, I'll give it a bit more of a wiggle round. Up and down, tilt it back. I'll get most of it out anyway. So I'm going to carry on with that. Once I've got everything stripped out of here, the motherboard and everything like that, we'll be back with you. Okay, I've got most of the stuff stripped out of the 780T. The rads are gone. Radiators are out. Motherboard is out. Got a few bits and pieces. I'm going to remove this drive tray. But first of all, I'm going to take off all this plastic because I'm going to be spraying that a metallic green. Make it a bit different. So get this thing out of the way. To get the 360 alpha cool radiator in, I had to, as you can see, I had to cut a hole in here just to get the drain caps were just touching this, so I did that. And also to get the connection fitted, you have to bend this metal piece backwards. This normally hangs down like a strengthener. You have to bend that back, otherwise the tube doesn't go to the top of the radiator. To anybody that's going to be putting in a 360 or 240 rad up to the top of this, you need to bend that back, that little lip there. I don't know if you can see it, that little lip there, that's got to be bent back, and you've got to cut that hole in the thing there. But I'm going to be removing that. Got all the fans and stuff here. I've covered the motherboard up, power supply, all the fittings are taken out. And what I've done out here, utility room, I've just been washing the radiators out. I'm going to brush all these off, take these fans off, get them all cleaned out. That's a 240 that's at the front. This is my little cover I made, stuck to the side of the rad to cover up the drive bays. I've washed out the pump reservoir. I've got to take this off, wipe that out. The 980s are just draining out a bit. But when I put this system back together, I'll fill it with clear water or distilled water for a couple of hours to get any residue of the red fluid out. And then I'll drain it and fill it again, and drain it and fill it again before I put my X1 UV blue in there. But yeah, as I say, I'm just draining these out now, so you can see. And next stage is to take all the plastic off here, all the white plastic, then remove that. Okay, I'll get to it. Okay, I'm removing the drive tray at the front here. It's just 3 down the side, 2 on the bottom, 3 up this side. So there's 8, and then there's 2 in the top this side, 2 in the top that side, 1 at the bottom here, which you can get to the drill. But these 2 up here, let's see if I can get a light in here. Those 2 up the top there, these 2 here, this one and this one, you can't get to with the drill because this flange is hanging over at the side. So I've got my trusty Dremel. And what I'm going to do, the best way I found to do this last time I did it, is to grind them off. Well, the last time I did it, I cut it and it zoomed back across here, so I'm going to grind these off with the grinding blade, like that, and just gradually just grind them off nice and gently like that. So I'll get to that, and then I'm going to take the plastic off. Okay, what I've done is I've come in, I put it through the front drive, put my Dremel through the front drive bay, and I come in at an angle like this, and I just gradually grind it off like that, and then come in on the top one, and then just go in and just gradually grind it off like that, keeping it nice and steady. And hopefully that comes out now. Let's see if we can do it. Just I'm filming. No, I can't. Okay, once I got it out, I'll be back. Okay, managed to get it out. What it was, it just took a little bit of wiggling to get it across. So I ground a little bit more off the top one, and then give it a little bit of a wiggle, as it was in there like that. As it was in there like that, I just brought it down. I broke the bottom one off, and then just give it a little wiggle like that, and came down. Job done. So that's that out. And what I'm going to do is I'll clean all that off, and then I'll spray all this. I'm going to give it I use satin black, and it comes up just like the case. So I'll give this a quick rub down once I get all the white plastic off, and then wash the case out, and then spray it up. Okay, the case is completely stripped down now. All the feet are off, the bottom cowlings. Just something you guys might want to know, there's a couple of screws inside here, which obviously that goes up there like that. And there's two screws there. One of them holds the either the black or the white cowling on to the board, onto this leg. So you've got the clips inside. You've got 4 clips inside here that'll push down, but it won't come out. And then there's that little screw there, that little screw just there, which also holds the white cowling on, in this case the white piece on, which needs to be taken off. So you need to take the screws out the bottom of there, and then do the clips, and then it'll come off. Then take that little screw out, and then you can get it out. So I've just rubbed down with very fine wet and dry the cowlings. This is the this top, and this is the bottom. So I'm just going to let them dry and give them a wipe over later on. I'm just going to nip down the shop now, down the card place, and get my green spray. I bought the water cooling stuff in here. I've washed the rads out again, washed the pipes and the reservoir and the graphics card the best I can without getting any water on it. But when I get it back in the loop, as I said earlier, I'll flush it out. All the fans and the cables, the doors are going to be black. These here are the cowlings at the back, but there's lots of little screws like that all down there that hold the white section on. So I took all those out. They're all kept up in here. This is all the front ones, and all over here is all the stuff for the back. I've marked that with an F for the front. Do the grills as well, do those black. And right, I'm going to go off down the shop now and buy the spray paint.